Wakush. Welcome to my channel. This is my second video. The first one was me talking about a card game. I think it was Drinkeno Kenya. It will be on my first video. If you look back today, I want to look at this card game. It's called Let's Talk. It has several cards, two instruction cards, and all these cards. So I'll just shuffle and read a card and answer as honestly as I can, or if I'm not comfortable talking about whatever is on that card, I can move on to the next one. So here we are. So I'll just pick the first one. It says, what is the best age to be? I think the best age to be is 30. I'm currently 26, turning 27 in June. I'm saying that here because as of now, I'm feeling confused about many things in life. So I'm thinking in 3 years, maybe things will be more clearer. Plus, I hear how people in their 30s talk. Yes, they experience the pressure of being 30 and all the expectations that they have for themselves, that the society has for them. But it seems a good age to be you more settled on what you want to do with life, and you know yourself somehow. Okay, if you've been living life in a healthy way, you're at a good place when you're 30, and like in your 20s where you're just figuring things out, or you've not even begun figuring things out. I think I'd say 30. Well, we'll check in when I'm 30 to see if I still feel the same. Have you ever played or wanted to play a musical instrument? Have I ever played? No, no. I can't sing, I can't dance. Like the entertainment industry in terms of music and dancing, completely outside. No, I've never played. I've never wanted to play. Like I'm not trusting myself to have even the slightest of talent that can be improved with a musical instrument. So no. One thing I really look forward to is traveling. Anytime I have a trip planned, I feel as if I'm living towards something. Like at any one point, I want to know that on a particular date, I'm going somewhere. Definitely traveling. One thing that will brighten up my day is receiving money. Yeah, receiving money, making a sale, and getting paid for it. Definitely money. If other areas of my life are doing okay, money will brighten my day. I think even if I'm low, like other areas are not functioning well, but then I get money, I'll still be okay. So money. Do you have enough time to be alone? Too much time. I'm practically alone about 70% of my time. Yeah, I can't complain about my alone time. In fact, I think I need to spend more time around other people. I spend too much time alone. I love it. I enjoy my own company. But it's nice to have a good balance. Are you ever lonely? Yeah, but rarely. My loneliness comes in when I'm wishing I had a romantic partner and I don't have one. That's the only time I ever feel lonely, and it doesn't last for long because I just have episodes where I'm wishing I had a romantic partner, then for the most part, I'm okay. So, yes, I am, but not often. Using one word, how do you feel at the moment? Oh, one word, settled. Yeah. One thing that relaxes me is not being in a rush. Like I could have 5 items on my to-do list, but if I know I have sufficient time to get through them, then I'll be relaxed. I don't want to rush through 5 things that I do not have sufficient time to get through so that I can relax. I want to have a more relaxed day where I still get to do everything on my to-do list. One thing that makes me feel impatient is slow internet, slow internet, and inefficient devices or gadgets. You know, when your phone is taking forever to load, when pages are not loading. Yeah, I hate waiting for people, but I'd rather wait for someone that makes someone wait so that I can hack. But the slow gadgets and slow internet. Mm-mm. One thing I dislike is I think, when someone chats you, like, hi, how are you? And then they're not telling you anything after that. Like, you don't have a rapport with them. When we talk, it's not funny, it's not interesting, but you just texting to check up on me. It's nice, but oh, no, I don't like it. I don't like it. Like, tell me something funny, send me a meme, make things interesting. One thing I regret is one thing I regret is I'd rather not share. I'd rather not share that one. I don't regret a lot of things in life, but for that one thing, I'd rather not share. One thing I can thank my parents for is letting me be. Like, I've not been restricted as much. Maybe I would say I've also not received sufficient guidance, but being a generally good kid, I've had my freedom for the most part. So I'd say being given my freedom, I've ended up making the right decisions for mostly everything. Maybe I still would have made the right decisions, but they wouldn't have been my decisions. They would have been influenced if I wasn't being given freedom to do things as I would. And someone is calling. Have you ever had a really treasured possession? Yeah, but it's because I bought for myself and they were pricey. Like, I wouldn't comfortably afford to buy another one. For example, my laptop, my phone, my gadgets mostly. Like, I wouldn't want to have to buy another one before I need to. Not treasured because it's super expensive or I received it from a very special person, just because it's an expense that I would like to avoid. Name one achievement you're proud of in your life. Just one. Hmm. I am proud that I completed CPA. Although I got exemptions because I did CPA after graduating. I am proud of myself that I actually did up to section 6. That thing, ha ha ha. I look back and I'm glad I just did it when I did it because otherwise I don't think I would ever have done it. Have you ever been on a weight reducing diet? Did it work? Mm, I would say I have. It wasn't super intentional. I just reduced my portions. I was gaining weight. Maybe not in a bad way, but I was getting to 60. I don't want to be 60 kgs because the way I see it is if I get to 60, it will be difficult coming down. So I'd rather avoid it altogether. So I was 59 point something and I was like, hey, if I continue like this, I'll just get to 60 and then it will be more difficult to reduce the weight. So I decided to cut my portions That's because I heard about the calorie deficit. Like if you're eating less or you're losing more than you eating, consuming, then you lose weight. And it worked. It worked. The normal food that I will eat and avoiding junk, but now in controlled portions. So I'm eating more veggies and just a small portion of proteins, a small portion of carbs. Do you enjoy shopping? Which shops do you like? I enjoy shopping a lot. That's probably why I enjoy thrifting and selling clothes. I sell clothes, thrifted clothes at Alizeti Fits. We have a page on Instagram and on TikTok. I keep saying we, but now I have a business partner, so I think the we applies. But even when I was alone, I still kept saying we. My business and I. Yeah, I enjoy shopping. Which shops do you like? Well, random shops. They don't have names per se. They're just shops you get into and out, stalls. But I'd say Gikomba. It's Gikomba. It's Gikomba shop. No, it's a market. Gikomba because I mean that's the budget that I have. I can say enjoy shopping from a particular store, and if I go, I'll just get one item. At least when I go to Gikosh, I'll come out with a lot of pieces. So no, that's shopping. Do you or did you ever have any hobbies or pastimes that you enjoyed? I had a hobby during COVID time. I had so much free time, so I started gardening. I bought some plants, I planted them, and then when I didn't have much time, it was just too much work. It was actually a bother for me to keep taking care of them. So some dried up, some are still there, but they're not being taken care of. I enjoyed that. Maybe I'll get to it later in life, not now. Yeah, I'd say gardening. Do you think much about the future? I think it's all I think about. I think so much about the future in terms of will I be successful? Will I make money? The amount of money that I want to make? What if I fail? What do I need to do to be successful? I think about the future a lot. I do. What's your favorite meal? I wouldn't say have a particular meal that is my favorite. It'll depend on the day. There are days I just want to eat mchelenjeri, that rice with waru, just rice waru and maybe cabbage on the side. And there are days I want ugali skuma and meat on the side. I don't have a particular favorite meal. There are days I want fries. There are days I don't feel like fries. Nah, I'm not attached to my food like that. Do you like where you live? Huh. I like the neighborhood. It's quiet. I don't like that it's not my space. I still live with my mom. So, like, it's not my space. It's not my space to organize how I wish. It's not my space to live freely. It's not my space to walk around naked. I like it in terms of neighborhood. I mean, if I had my house in this neighborhood, I would be super proud of myself. I would really love it, but I don't like it in that it's not mine. Talk about one of your favorite singers. Oh my god, as I mentioned, the things music, things dancing, that's whole entertainment industry. I'm usually outside. Your favorite? No, my favorite goes with seasons. Like last year, towards end of last year, I was loving James Arthur, and now I love Olivia Rodrigo just because the songs are they put me in my emotions, and I like singing my emotions. I don't know if I don't even know about their personalities, so I can't talk about them. Like I just love their songs and love them from face value. I'm not into them like that. Do you think much about the past? Not really. It crosses my mind once in a while, but I'm not actively thinking about my past. I mostly think about my future. My past, not that much. But when I think about it, it's usually in a resentment kind of way, or me being proud of my achievements. Like it stems from, I think my life would have been much better if this and this happened. Like I wish I received much guidance as a child. I wish I received more affection. I wish I received more love. And then I think, and I have achieved this and this and this. I'm super proud of myself. Like it just goes to show how much more I can achieve for myself in future. Yeah. What is or was your favorite television program? Television, Tahidi High. Yeah, in when I was in high school, I loved Tahidi High. I think it was because I related with whatever was happening. Because I mean, it was a high school setting. I was in high school. Yeah, Tahidi High. And then my neighbor used to act on Tahidi High, so I kept telling people, Nani, he is my neighbor. Yeah. Who is or was your favorite comedian? Mm-hmm. Eric Omondi was my favorite comedian at one point. Yeah, he was at some point. One thing that really cheers me up. I think humor, memes. Yeah, a funny meme. hmm A funny meme. Do you find listening to music changes your mood? It does. It does when I am feeling sad, like actively sad over something, then I listen to nice songs. It sort of balances that out. And maybe when I'm feeling super low, just low, I don't know what is happening. I'm just feeling low and sad, nothing in particular that I can point to. And I listen to sad music. That doesn't change my mood, but I think it helps me to process the sadness, like to just go through the sadness so that I can come out of it. But it does. Is there a country you would like to visit and why? I'd like to visit any country that I've not been to. I don't have a particular one, but maybe right now I can say South Africa because of the hype. The hype. Plus, I've seen so many people go there, so I think I've seen several places that I'd love to visit. But generally, I'd love to be anywhere that I've not been. I would even love to go back to places that I've been. Have you ever had a pet of which you were very fond? Who, me? No. Oh, no. My sister had a pet once, and it was her pet. I wouldn't say I was fond of it. Nah. If you could meet any famous person, who will it be? Any famous person? Hmm, this is a difficult question for me. I don't attach to people just because of what they do and who they are, unless we already have a personal connection. Maybe Rihanna. Why? I don't know. Like I like her. Yeah, I like her. What do you enjoy reading? I enjoy reading romantic novels. Yeah, but right now I'm mostly reading motivational books, which are super hard to get through. I have to write on my to-do list. I actually have to give myself a timeline, otherwise I'll just keep it aside and forget about it. They're not enjoyable, but the fact that I'm learning a lot from them, I try. Do you like your name? My name is Jane. I do not like the name. I do not like it. Uh, I don't mind. Okay, I think I love my second name, and I don't mind my last name, but I don't like my first name. If you had one wish, what would it be? One wish. It will be to not have to work so that I can get money. Like have an investment somewhere that gives me regular income. And now, if I want additional income, then I can work extra for that extra income, but not have to work for the basics. It sucks. Can you name 3 points that make a good friend? Oh, 3 points that make a good friend. Vibes. Yeah, I mean, like, it's only right that you vibe with your friend. So yeah, much energy is like that vibe point. To respect, like a good friend should respect your time. They should respect your space, respect you as a person. And a third one, kindness. Like a good friend should be kind. Yeah, there's no need having a mean person around you for a friend. When did you first leave home? For when I went to boarding school. I mean, you're staying for more than a month away from home. Isn't that leaving home? Boarding school, and when I went to campus, because I was living in the hostel at first, and then I moved to a house outside the hostel. So first it was boarding. What was your first job? My first job was a house help. Yeah, I've been a house help at home. Okay, it was during long holiday. So I was going to stay home anyway, and I didn't have money, and we had a house help at the time, but she wanted to leave. So okay, my mom decided, or rather she proposed, that I do the work that the house help was doing, then she will be paying me. And I was like, you know what, I'll just still have done the work, only that I wouldn't have gotten paid. I don't think she would have brought in another house help at the time. So I decided, why not? And for those 3 months that was at home, I got paid, and it was nice. At times it sucked because work that you will have decided not to do, now you must do because you're being paid to do it. So it's interesting that my mom can actually pay me to do work at home. On what day did you spend your first? On what did you spend your first pay packet? Don't remember a particular item. Like it wasn't something in particular that I had been wanting to buy that I bought with my first, my first payment, the first money that I got. I mostly saved. I'm a saver, so I mostly saved and bought the things that I would have bought anyway with pocket money. I don't have an interesting answer for that. Did you ever have a school teacher you disliked, and why? A school teacher you disliked, and why? I think I had the one in a certain primary school. She was tough on us and she was mean to an extent. Like, why are you throwing out someone's pen because it's not a fountain pen? And then they don't have a fountain pen, but now you've thrown out the pen that they had outside. What do you want them to use? Yeah, that's why I disliked that particular teacher. Plus, there was an incident once. I was new. I was seated on a desk that was just by the door. And then the two teachers were fighting, or two teachers were fighting. And this is ridiculous. They threw what wiper, the thing that teachers use to wipe the blackboard, duster. They threw a duster at each other and it missed the target. Guess who it hit? Me. I don't think I told my mother about it. She's not a problematic person, so maybe she wouldn't have been super angry about it. But I just kept it to myself. I cried though. I think they were nicer to me after that because, oh, you hit me. What were you doing fighting with a duster in class? Do you remember your first girlfriend stroke boyfriend? Yes. Luckily, this question does not ask for further information. And I think I'll leave the questions as that. I've gone through most of the cards. These are just the ones that are remaining. So I rent out these card games. I have a wide variety of card games and board games. My business is called Takai Games. I have a page on Instagram and I have a page on TikTok. You can check that out. For this particular game, I only have one packet, so I rent it out for 250 bob with a deposit of 750. So you'll pay a total of 1,000, but the 750 will be refunded once you return the game. That's just security for the game. Yeah, and you've seen it's really interesting. Like you can play with your friends and get talking, get to know more about your friends. Yeah, I hope I'll leave the link on the page on the description box. If I can figure that out, I know I will. So check that out, check out our other games, and thank you for watching. Bye.